The start to every one of my days is always a little bit behind schedule, and today was really no different. I literally had maybe 20 minutes to get out of bed and pick out some clothes and make a big mess and get myself together and get to work. I don't know why I continually do this to myself. I never go to bed on time and I never want to get up on time, but I guess it's just because I don't really have the motivation because, I don't know, my job's kind of subpar and I don't really care much about it, but I mean, it really pays the bills, so I don't have any other options. So I really need to start going to bed earlier. There's a guy in my driveway. My car won't stop squeaking this morning. For the most part, my neighborhood is pretty calm and, everybody's pretty cool. But occasionally we do have some of those annoying neighbors and Jehovah's Witnesses that decide that it's up to them to come showing up at my house whenever they please, and they're hard to get rid of. It's kind of like those leechy people that only come around when they want something. Today's just going to be a terrible day. I mean, it's always a terrible day when it's nasty. Little did I know just how terrible my day was actually going to be. Work was not the greatest today, and I expected that. I really did, because I was running behind as usual, but I wasn't prepared for what was about to come to me. I was just really tired from an excessive night of partying. And by partying, of course, I mean applying for jobs and just not getting sleep over stress. So that guy over there in the white thing, the white Chevrolet. Oh yes, the guy in the white Chevrolet, the scumbag of the earth that I encountered this morning, bobbing and weaving into all sorts of traffic and excessively speeding. Little did he know there was a police officer on the other side of that big truck. Hey look, it's like yesterday all over again. The big rigs. They're always ruining my day. I'm going to spare you from the lackluster banter that I was going on about here, but summed up, it was basically talking about how college prepared me for this part of my life. The repetition, the tediousness, and just the awfulness that is driving 45 minutes to work there, and then 45 minutes to drive back home. If anything college did teach me, it was like, don't put your expectations very high because they're gonna get crushed. Cool. Let's just go ahead and block up the entire interstate because people like Chad don't have anywhere to be. It's not like I have to be at work in 20 minutes. So this lady up here in the Mustang was blocking up the interstate and refused to get over for people like myself. She was also bobbing and weaving in on traffic. I think she was drunk. So like yesterday, I decided that to make myself feel better and forget about the awful traffic situation, I was going to call my friend Travis. It just so happens that Travis had been up late the night before and he was super depressed because he still thinks about Harambe, the silverback gorilla that got shot and killed. I still think about that damn gorilla myself. Still feeling kind of sad and depressed about the day, I decided that I would treat myself. So prior to going into work, I stopped and got myself an ice cream. These little delicious goodies are only cost about $1.41 after taxes, and they kind of make my life feel a lot better. I mean, just look how happy I look eating this ice cream. I just get it all over the place because I know that all that deliciousness is just going to make me feel better about life. So after dessert, I decided I was going to treat myself to some breakfast, one of these delicious looking sandwiches, until I was gravely mistaken at the fact that the place doesn't sell those sandwiches. They sell these sandwiches. Looks like they were made by a 3-year-old that was half drunk and blindfolded on a Friday night after a crazy party or something. Needless to say, I didn't eat breakfast this particular morning. I hate it when people think it's cool to call my workplace before we open. Something I get to deal with on a daily basis. Getting yelled at for things that are beyond my control. Like, I can't help it that I'm not open when you're hungry. That's not the hours that I set up for the place. God. Yeah, should be good. And good she was, because I embarked on my way home for a 2-day weekend of just glorious not working, but probably applying for jobs, to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of my drive home because it does take so long, and then again, as I always mention, there's lots of traffic, but overall it is a really beautiful drive and it's just nice. I really like to enjoy the landscapes as much as possible. There is one eyesore on the way, however, and it's this flag that flies here in a minute. It's just an example of Southern pride, for the South will rise again someday. I really just don't know if these people just really like this particular flag or if they just don't realize that they lost the war. I then tried to call my friend Chris, but he wasn't answering. I think he also is really upset about Harambe, the silverback gorilla that Travis was really upset about this morning. I don't know what it is about my friends and that gorilla, But dang, they must have really loved that guy.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 27.
Well, this is it. This is the exit to my beautiful hometown. I know she's not much, but she's pretty dear to my heart. And so starts my 2-day weekend of just awesomeness. Because guys can take sweet bubble baths too. What is it with all you sexist people out there? Bubble baths are pretty great. They're toasty, they're warm, you get to relax, and then the best part, you get to play on your cell phone and record cool videos like this. You know, what's the worst case scenario? Like, what is the worst thing that could possibly happen in this situation?